Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Golden Nuggets podcast. Hanafi here, and as usual, we have our main host of the show, Ami Bashiruddin. Ami, say hi.
Yo, what's up?
And today, I think we have a bit of a special guest. He is actually from Penang.
Oh,
right. But he's of course now Singaporean.
okay.
Right, and then he went to study in JB, became a shipyard engineer, and now owns a restaurant and is a property investor. And presenting to you, Breex Lee. Hi, Breex. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Okay, Breex. So for our listeners who don't know you, can you share a bit about yourself?
Sure. Yeah. So my name is Breex Lee. I have a family, wife with 3 children, and I came from Penang.
Okay.
So after I graduated, I got a job offer at Singapore. So I worked in a shipyard at the beginning. Yeah, and then I worked in the same company for 15 years.
15 years.
15 years.
And it's not easy to work as a shipyard engineer because it was a long hour.
Okay.
And then eventually I learned property investing. So now I'm a property investor.
Okay.
A restaurant owner. And then that is what I do now.
Okay, can. So, you were studying aeronautical. Sorry, not aeronautical. Maritime studies. Okay, and what is it that inspire you to actually take up that subject or that course as a whole?
Actually, I was offered as a mechanical engineering.
Okay.
Yeah, so I in Malaysia there is SPM, which is secondary 5, right? So I'm offered SPM. Usually, you have to go to Form 6 of 2 years before students are offered in university. But at Form 5, I got the offer to UTM, University of Technology Malaysia, mechanical engineering. So I took the offer. And then I it's one of my choice lah. So I get into the university by that.
Okay. So that means you actually studied mechanical engineering, but then you joined the oil and gas industry.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
But in oil and gas industry, were you doing what you actually studied in school?
So in oil and gas, right, we are building ships or actually oil rigs to go to deep water, as deep as 3 kilometer water depth.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's quite deep.
Yeah, that's why.
And then the oil is like another 3 kilometer below the seabed. Yeah. So it is a ship or floating structures, but it consists of mechanical. There's aircon, there's electrical.
Okay.
Yeah. So multiple discipline engineering will be involved in one project. So I was a mechanical engineer. So I actually deal. The position that I got in the shipyard was a project engineer.
Okay.
So I manage the project schedule. In a way, I have to understand all discipline in one project. Yeah, in order
That means you have
manage.
to oversee everything also.
Yes.
Okay.
So at my the project that I run, right, I ever manage over 200 engineers in the team.
Okay.
200.
Engineers, technicians, drafters.
I mean, of course, it's shipyard.
It's a shipyard.
It's I mean, whatever that you are building is a very huge structure. There's definitely a lot of manpower involved.
Yes.
But do you need to be away from home a lot in the industry?
Yeah.
Yes, actually, during projects, right, you will involve external consultant, external vendor. So I used to travel almost every 1-2 months. I have to go to US, Houston specifically. Need to go to Norway, Oslo, Stavanger for overseas meeting. So sometimes I have to be there 2 weeks to 4 weeks. Yeah. And actually, I was responsible to set up a branch office in Penang. Because I was from Penang, so the company actually sent me there. So I started a company of 150 designer there. So we kind of offshore our job to Penang. Using that office. So because I can speak Bahasa Melayu, I'm familiar with the local culture. So I was tasked to set up the team there.
Okay.
The system.
But it's a MNC, but they are tasking you to do for the Penang side.
Penang office setup.
Okay. So you were involved in that, and you were also managing that for how long?
I was managing that for 2 years. Yeah. So from scratch, looking for suitable office, renovation of the office. So back then, I have to go there almost every week. So when I was still having to manage the local project, I will go to airport at early morning 7 a.m. And then I return home 9 p.m. It's a day trip.
Very long hours. Okay. Wow. So I mean, like we already know that you are a property investor, right? Just now Hanafi mentioned when he was introducing you. So basically, your experience kind of start from then, lah.
Yeah. Right. So. So after a few years of working, I was thinking that I need to do something different financially. So I went out to learn how to be more financially successful. So after a few of trials, I found property investing is the one for me. So I started to learn property investing. So I started to invest in JB first. Because it's like low quantum and then easy to entry.
And so then, all those is before coming to invest in Singapore.
Correct.
I see. Okay. But we still backtrack a bit. How long, you mentioned that you were in the industry for 15 years.
Yes.
At what point that you actually get jaded and you tell yourself like, hey, actually this is really not for me?
So after 2 years after I start working, I think the job is interesting, so I want to do better in my job. So I thought of maybe I should take a master degree. So I actually signed up a part-time master degree in NTU. So after work, 6-7 p.m, I will ride my motorbike, go to NTU to attend night class. So it was not easy to do master degree while managing a big project at the same time in the shipyard.
True, man.
So when there's a project to submit or exam coming soon, very stressful lah. So maybe sleep late 2 to 3 a.m. But only 2 years, I managed to graduate from there. Then after I graduate, right, the company offered me $100 pay raise.
Master's degree, like, $100.
Increment.
The increment is $100 a month. Whereas I paid 20,000 to attend the course. The lecturer was from overseas, from UK, hence the fee are higher. So I was like juggling what's happening here. I couldn't understand that. So hence that prompted me to start look out for other opportunities. Did I do something wrong? And then in that process, I bumped into property investing. So about 4 years after I start working, I started to look for opportunities out there. So I started to invest in JB about 4-5 years after I start working.
So that means you started property investing only 4-5 years after you start working full time.
I want to backtrack just a bit because I still cannot bring the $100 increment salary. So before you decide to I want to look for other opportunities and so on. Before you get into that, I want to improve myself. When you were presented that $100 increment, can you like run through with us? Like, what were your thoughts? How were you feeling? Were you like upset, angry?
This one Hanafi need to know because he never encountered that. I already encountered that.
Because I've never.
So,
share with the audience.
So when I received the pay raise letter, inside me is like, thunders and everything.
Really?
Yeah, because the last 2 years, right, I probably work and study about 100 hours a week. Because we need to do work after classes as well, right? So it's like a lot of effort put in, but the return is like so upsetting, right? So in front of my HR manager, I have to smile, receive the acknowledgement letter, pay raise letter, but inside me is like, what the hell am I doing for the last 2 years? So so much so that I pushed myself out of the comfort zone. So I went out to look, what did I went wrong? So actually that time I went out to attend a lot of classes. To find out what. So I am almost sure that time that staying where I was doing back then will bring me to nowhere.
So that's why you stumble into the course and then...
Correct. By looking at the pay raise letter and then by looking around my colleague, some has been working in the same company for 30-40 years. So all those like give me a realization, a wake-up call that I need to do something different.
So now my question
the 20 property
No, not the property yet when you were feeling that way, right, and then you were thinking like whether it actually worth it or not, this $100, do you regret or not taking the masters?
At certain moment, I got regret.
He put you in a position.
Imagine I paid $20,000.
Yeah,
and then
to NTU, right?
NTU.
Must mention.
Yeah, NTU, and then after work, you usually in the shipyard, in the office we do drawings, and then we need to go on site and check. So sweat and then tiring. So 6 to 7 p.m. I need to rush to study, and many times I actually skip my dinner. So that type of feeling, and then end up with with the bear. So thinking back at some moments, I feel regretted.
Okay.
Yeah, but as time passes, looking back, right, actually maybe that is a blessing in a disguise.
Okay.
Yeah. So because of that frustration, I forced myself come out from my comfort zone. I tried a few ways, and then I bumped into property investing.
Okay.
So without going through that, right, I may not have the opportunity to like expose to that.
Yeah, you won't have stumbled into this.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. What a wholesome journey. It's like go up and down.
Yeah. So that brings like that taught me that everything everything happens, right? There is a reason for that.
And now back to the to buy
Property,
a property.
yeah.
Yes.
Like how do people actually do that?
So in property investing, the people can actually leverage on taking loan and financing to own a property.
Okay.
Yeah, and of course, to understand the fundamental, what is the entry and exit plan, and then whether the property is a highly sought after properties for people to move in and rent and pay a rental to you. So if you do all this right, so property is a tool that the bank will finance it, but I got the finance from the bank to own the property, but I no need to pay back to the bank because I have someone to pay back for the bank to occupy my property. Yeah, so that is fundamentally a right way to invest in properties.
But shouldn't there be any like down payment first or something like that?
Yes, so there's a down payment, but everything can be a negotiation. Yeah, so sometimes we can negotiate with the seller that the house is terrible, right? So can you renovate that for me? Yeah, so can you like renovate before you sell to me?
Okay.
Yeah, so in that process, we can negotiate with the seller and then get a structures that we can own the property with little money down. Yeah.
Do you learn this by yourself back when you were buying properties in JB?
No, I wasn't that smart. So I went to attend classes.
Okay.
So one of the classes I attend was from a guru called Datuk. I think now Tan Sri. So Michael Tan.
Okay.
So
Michael Tan.
Michael Tan taught a class, so I go and attend. So I also read books. So one of the book that I read is from Robert Allen, Robert Allen. He wrote a book. So some of the ideas only applicable in US, but I can like learn from the ideas and then talk to the seller. Yeah. So what I learned in this journey is everything is negotiable. And then I also learned like money is actually just an idea.
Yeah.
So get an idea, like speak nicely with the seller, and then I can give what seller want, and then seller can give what I want. Yeah, to get a win-win negotiation.
I see. Okay. You started with 1-2 properties, or immediately you acquire as many as possible at that point of time?
So when I start, I still remember my very first property is actually worth 75,000 ringgit Malaysia.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
what kind of property is this?
It's a walk-up apartment.
Okay.
A small walk-up apartment. I think about 800 square feet.
Okay.
Yeah, and then so that time that market is so that time
that's
is
the pricing.
Yes, but when I bought the first one, I was like scared like shit. Yeah, so I was fearful because it was the first time. But once I get through one process, one cycle or two cycle, right, I can like buy with more confidence.
Okay.
So there was once where I can commit like 3 properties in one day.
Oh, okay. Like in the US, because I see how Grant Cardone actually does all this also, right? What I observe is that a lot of them, what they do is also they buy, they renovate, then they flip at a higher price. I know in Singapore that is not a feasible model. Is it a feasible model in Malaysia to do that?
I attended Grant Cardone class 10X conference before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think 2 years ago,
Wow.
me and my business partner, we went to US.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a great guy. I learned a lot from the 10X conference. Yeah, but back to the topic, actually Singapore also can.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm an investor. I focus only in Singapore and JB.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was from Penang, so I don't invest in Penang because one of the principle is that the property must be close to you so that you can go and see, you understand the market, and then you understand who are the seller and who is your tenant. Yeah, but for Singapore we can do that. In JB also we can do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you ask me in JB, right? So I did a project. So there was a owner of a condominium. So a condominium, a small condominium with built-up area of 42,000 square feet. Yeah. So I bought over the condominium. When I bought it, right, the lift are down. So the lift is not operating. The swimming pool was like dirty, not operating. So I bought over. I revamped everything.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I make into rooms to rent out to people specifically that stay in JB and then commute to Singapore to work. Yeah, Malaysian and Singaporean.
Okay.
Yeah, so with that, the property value increases.
Okay. So in Malaysia, it's still doable.
Doable.
But in Singapore?
In Singapore, there are people doing that as well, but in a different way.
Okay.
So in Singapore, to get a full condominium or to invest in a full condominium, it requires a big sum.
Yes.
So usually, if you notice, landed houses, there are people who do this on landed houses.
Okay.
So landed houses in Singapore could be as old as 40 or 50 years.
Yeah.
So the house are old. So there are people who buy the old house. They can stay in or they add value by rebuilding the house from maybe 1 or 2 stories to 2 or 3 stories.
Okay.
Yeah. So by increasing the built-up area, so the value of the house will increase, and then they can sell with a profit as well when they are selling. Yeah. So this can be applicable in Singapore as well.
Okay. But landed houses lah.
Landed houses, shop house like this, some people will repurpose it.
Okay.
Yeah, so there are people who repurpose a older shop house.
Yeah.
They can increase the build up as well, and then they repurpose it. Some will do into a co-living.
Oh.
Yeah, so there are companies who do into co-livings, and then make add value to it and increase the property value.
Okay. So you have been learning all this from different I would say gurus,
mentors or
right?
coaches,
mentors, coaches, right?
Yes.
Do you think it's necessary to actually get a mentor or get a coach to assist you and to guide you through this journey to be a property investor, or do you think that because nowadays information is everywhere in the in the internet, right? Do you think like people can just learn this off the internet and then do it by themselves?
So to me, knowledge is now everywhere, right? But
especially with ChatGPT also. And
ChatGPT.
that's how you find out more about you.
Yeah, that is amazing too now. But for to me, knowledge is everywhere. But the application of the knowledge is the key.
Okay.
Yeah, so I still think mentor is important, not only to point to the right place, how to apply the knowledge. It is also to give a push. Yeah, so as I said, when I buy my very first property, I was very fear. So I actually in Singapore I learned from a mentor. His name is Marco. He and I. He's my business partner now, but back then I learned from him, and he's my mentor. Even now, he's still my mentor. So I think the most important part is he makes sure I grow.
Okay.
Like I wanted to buy a property in Singapore, right? Marco will told me this property is good, but it's not suitable to you. So at your capability, right? You should buy a bigger property, like double this quantum or double this size. Yeah, so I may have doubt. So I say, can we sure or not? Can or not? Yeah, but the mentor with the eye say that can. Yeah, so that one single assurance, right? Push me forward. Yeah, so I think that is the the important part for having a mentor
Yeah.
in what I'm doing.
He has a trained eye lah, so he can one glance he can tell already.
Correct.
This one, ChatGPT cannot help you.
Yeah, dia akan sangat tak?
ChatGPT will just say, you do what you want to do lah.
Yeah. So to me, ChatGPT is an efficiency tool, right?
Yes.
So it can like clock a lot of good information. Yeah. However, to be like at the top in the market, right? So that information is still not exposed to ChatGPT.
Yes, that's
true. So ChatGPT cannot go into my mentor's mind and then claw the data and then teach me yet. So there's a lot of data, but of course, if I spend a lot of time to learn and then process, and maybe I have to practice it, maybe I have to make some mistake before I can get to that top notch. So to me, getting a mentor will cut short the learning journey a lot. Yeah.
If let's say back then when you first bought your very first property, and let's say you didn't do it by learning from Tan Sri or Michael Tan, do you think that you will make some costly mistakes to start this journey?
I think so. Yeah. So in class, the guru will show like where to buy, what to buy, how much to buy, how to calculate, right? So if I don't know that, I may buy at the wrong price. I may buy at the wrong location.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I may buy one or two, and then I stop buying. So the fact that I have the confidence to continue to buy to 20 properties in 2 years, right, is because I have that clarity, and then I can see the community there are doing the same.
Yeah.
So I'm like doing it become a norm to me. Yeah. So in Singapore, when I learned from Marco, when I was learning in Singapore, I still riding a motorbike and work in a shipyard.
Oh, still?
Yeah.
Really? Still?
So after work, I quickly ride my motorbike. I go to see property.
Yeah.
And then when I wanted to buy, right, I still have a lot of doubt. So I remember the very first property that I bought as an investment property was 680,000.
Okay.
So it was a factory. So, but that time, a lot of nightmare appear in my mind, right? Even though I know this is the way to buy, this is a number right to buy, but still, first time, a lot of fear.
Yeah.
So I spoke with Marco. So my mentor told me that, yes, just go for it. Yeah. So with a pat on my shoulder, right, I go for it, and then I never turn back.
I see.
Wow, but 20 properties in 2 years, 24 months.
Yes.
Right. That's like almost one property every other
Every
month.
month, yes. Yes.
That means you get through your fear very fast also lah.
Yes. So it's a learning cycle. So if I have the clarity and the mentor and community to support me, right? So the learning cycle keep happening. Every month I got a new learning cycle. Yeah. So if without that, I may buy one property a year, which is quite fast to many people already.
Correct. Yeah.
But the learning cycle slower.
Like when you were having all this anxiety, I'm not too sure if you have shared this with your wife or not. Did you share it with your wife, and how does she feel about it?
I think I did share with my wife.
At that point, married already, right?
Married already. Yeah. So that time, we stay in a 3-bedroom HDB in Bukit Gombak.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did share with my wife. So luckily, my wife is like more adaptive person, like more supportive. She's a supportive wife, so she understand why am I doing. But when I get more aggressive to buy fast, right? She also quite nervous sometimes. She, hey, how about the cash flow? Are you sure or not? And all this. Yeah. So yeah, but luckily I got assured she's good with that.
Okay.
But I know many friends who wanted to do this, but the wife pulled the handbrake. So they cannot
Okay. But like especially in Malaysia, this is of course based on hearsay what I hear people tell me. They say that properties in Malaysia much more difficult to move. Rental also is very difficult to move. So you cannot get a high yield. So how were you so confident to be able to purchase at least one property every month when people are saying that? You know, is it really true that the yield that you get, the rental that you get is actually not strong enough of a cash flow for you to keep on going to the next one?
So we do it. So for example, in JB market, there are a lot of projects. Especially developer will come in, China developer come in, and then they can build one project with like 200,000 unit in one project. So that flooded the market a lot. So when we do property investing, learning from the mentor, right, we got a few criteria to meet. Yeah,
Okay.
so filtering out all the criterias, we will then zoom into a few specific projects that meet our investing criteria.
Okay.
So when we found that, right, we call that a gold mine. Yeah, so with the gold mine, we as a team, right, together we went in and repeatedly buy the same project, multiple unit in the same project. Yeah, so we only select gold mine. Yeah, so the other project which is fail our criteria, we do not enter. Yeah, so that is so collectively we do a research before we enter.
I see. So that means you have a certain checklist on whether this development will be good or not before you actually start to buy.
Yes, yeah. So the guru gives us checklist. Then we do the groundwork, we do the research, the number match, and then we check again with the mentor with the confirmation. Then we identify gold mine, and then we enter.
Has there been any properties that you purchased that didn't work out as what you hope because maybe there's some other external factors, but it has still checked all your checklists?
Yeah, so I think if I buy the properties comes with rental, which means it is a resale property.
Okay,
So I think there's no mistake at all.
Yeah.
So when I progress, like when I own more properties, I started to wanted to test out other type of property, which is like new build property. So new build property, one of the risk is that when you collect key, so if the project has 1,000 unit, another 999 units also collect key.
Yes.
So the whole project are looking for tenant, and then the first 1-2 years, you'll be expected to be slower.
Okay.
Yeah. So those type of property, I didn't get the yield that I expected in the first few years, or at least 2 years. Yeah.
Okay.
So but property is a very forgiving investment.
Oh,
so
Really?
Yeah.
Like, so, but sounds like so heavy,
Yeah.
yeah, and because we learn how to use financing to own it. Yeah, so it become less heavy. But over years, if you at least meet the few criteria in fundamental, locations, accessibility. Yeah, and then who is your target market? So it's very forgiving. So we can collect rental, even though lower than what we thought, but we can serve the bank loan. So we are okay with that. And then after a few years, we still can exit with profit.
Wow, interesting. Before we end the first part, right? We backtrack a little bit. So far, how long have you been in the property investment market?
I started my property investing in 2012.
2012.
So it's like
13 years.
13 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And at which point of these 13 years you actually started your Japanese restaurant?
So at which point, so I started in 2012. My Japanese restaurant started in 2019. So that was the year when I resigned as an engineer.
Okay. Because that means 2012 to 2019, about 7 years you have been doing property investment, right?
Yes.
People usually say that, if you have this much wealth or this much cash flow, why would you want to work, right? For you, what is your main reason why you want to start the Japanese cuisine business?
Oh, very good question. Yeah. So in fact, when I stopped working, right, so I got no more pay, right? So and also suddenly I had nothing to do, right? So I go and find something to do. So my wife loves Japanese cuisine, and then at the same time, by the right timing, the chef approached me to start a business together. So I actually partner with the chef, and also my wife joined in as a partner as well. So we started the Japanese restaurant. But the main reason I started the business is to use the entity to purchase properties.
Business to buy other property.
Correct.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So 2019 until now is already 6 years. So most of the profit I pass to the chef. Yeah, and then but I use the entity to buy properties, right? But if you compare back the total profit from the properties is more than the profit that from the restaurant,
Of course,
from the F&B business.
Because
itself.
F&B is a very high capital intensive, lah,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. Whereas like property, you are just I mean, you don't need to spend much to still get the cash flow, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. I mean, F&B every month you need to buy the ingredients, pay the salaries of the staff.
The burn rate higher.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So F&B business is probably like one of the hardest business to be in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
because we need to handle, food hygiene, you need to handle staff, then staff suddenly MC, we need to handle that. And then we need to handle service, we need to handle delivery. So it's all rounded. So my friend ever joked with me, if you want to like make that your enemy die, right? Push him into, encourage him to join F&B business. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
But on the other hand, to me, rental business or as a landlord, right, is the easiest business that I ever come across. Yeah.
Wow. What a journey.
Yeah. Still got more to share, I'm sure.
Yes.
Yes, I'm happy to share.
Yeah, but we're going to take a quick break first.
Sure.
And then we're going to continue in part 2.
Sure.
Let's see you guys in the next one.
Yeah.
Bye.